His opponent from Marietta, Georgia, 227 pounds, Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WCW Saturday Night. Don't forget, tomorrow on the main event here on TBS, the fabulous Freebirds put the U.S. tag titles on the line against young Marcus Alexander Bagwell and the Z-Man. And plus, we've just found out, Michael Hayes, that Flying Brian will go with Tracy Smothers one-on-one right here on TBS tomorrow, 6:05 Eastern Time.
Well, you know, that probably ain't quick enough for them to, and there it is. Arn Anderson is a man possessed. He is really ticked off because whether it's the championship committee or Sting's people, it's a big insult to injury that they got a match and it's not a title match. I mean, what kind of qualifications do you have to get a title match?
Arn Anderson has signed to go one-on-one with Sting, but much to Anderson's chagrin, it is not a title matchup. We'll talk about that, time permitting, with Arn Anderson before we go off the air here today. Anderson, one of the great veterans here in WCW.
I'll tell you who I'm kind of surprised, and I got to put the blame on Paul Lee. I mean, that's not good managerial stuff when a guy like this can't get a title match.
That's an interesting point because you're exactly right. Anderson has all the credentials. And I'll tell you something, I think it's going to take someone with a great mat wrestling style to beat Sting for the heavyweight championship of the world. We know that Sting and Big Van Vader will meet in their rematch on Sunday, July 12th, exclusively on pay-per-view and on the Wrestling Hotline from Albany, Georgia, during the Great American Bash.
Well, now, we don't know that because Sting, Mr. John Wayne, has signed some tag team matches, and I'm telling you, the Super Invader and Big Van Vader, they're not going out to win those matches. There's no way Harley Race is interested in chalking up a victory in tag team wrestling.
Cactus Jack and Ricky Steamboat had a tremendous altercation that we'll talk more about.
Let's talk about Steamboat. How do you think he feels now that he does not have the United States Heavyweight title? He really made a good effort for it.
I think all that's happened here, Michael, is that Dangerously's hired Cactus Jack to take Steamboat out so that Steamboat doesn't regroup and come back after ravishing Rick Rude. We know that Rude has his share of problems right now with Nikita Koloff.
Exactly.
What'd you think of the bikini contest last Saturday night?
Well, what wouldn't any man think about the bikini contest?
I think that would make the late Truman Capote change his philosophy.
Oh, yes, it would. But nevertheless, you know how I feel about broads. In the kitchen, the bedroom, and see you later.
Bagwell.
I hate Bagwell. I hate his looks. I hate Sprayberry High School. I never liked anybody from Marietta when I was growing up, and I still don't today.
Anderson buries a knee into the midsection of Marcus Alexander Bagwell and kicks him with a flat of the foot right in the abdomen. Remember tomorrow, Bagwell and Z-Man against Hayes and Garvin.
Yeah, the Barbie dolls. Jimmy Jam's running and getting ready right now.
Anderson knee to the midsection. Boy, I'll tell you something. This guy is so technically sound. I don't know of anyone in the sport that is as technically sound or any more sound than Arn Anderson. But as you said, and you know it better than I, you're in the locker room with these guys from time to time, or in the airport or wherever. I had heard rumors he was extremely insulted that the championship committee didn't grant him a title match with Sting coming up.
Well, he should be. He should be.
Big time left hand by Anderson.
Sting's a marked man, let's face it.
Oh,
when you're king of the mountain, you're the marked man.
Reversal of the Irish whip by the youngster. Bagwell up on the second turnbuckle, hammers down at the veteran. Anderson dropping down. Caught him.
There it is.
Fine Buster Slam.
See ya.
Wrestling fans, the winner of the match, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take another look at it. The Enforcer executing perfectly. Here he is. Bagwell coming off the ropes with a lot of velocity. He goes low, scoops him up, and drives him down. And Mr. Sting, if that happens to be you, then you're going down two to the 1, 2, 3. Let's take it up to Jim Ross.